Hey guys, DragonfireCDN on the camera and welcome back to another episode of BeamNGDrive. Oh boy, I decided, because I just remembered what it feels like to be on the inside of a bus, just the feeling that it has when you're inside of a bus and you're just happily stood up in the seat, you know, just standing there because the rest of the bus is full. And the driver just be like, okay, they're gonna open the doors. Everybody else is just gonna cram themselves in because the back of the bus is full. You've got to move. And then once everybody's in, you go back to where you were. And then it closes the doors and you have to brace yourself like, oh god, here it is. Here comes death. And it just starts. And you can, like, even now you can hear like the rattling of the bus. And it's just like the driver just jets the bus. And it's just like, oh god. So the driver just jets the bus and it's just like, oh god. This is the feeling. I can't drive, so I'm sorry to any actual bus drivers who can drive, and I mean, I can't drive, so I obviously wouldn't be a bus driver, but this is a feeling that you get when you're in the bus. Well, the feeling I've got when I'm in the bus anyways, it's just like, they can drive and they've never hit anything. I'm probably going to hit something. But they know how to drive and they've never hit anything. But it just feels like you're going to crash. It's because of the insane speed and the bus rattling and all that, and the constant high speeds and all that. Why I'm holding the forwards key. Why is the bus not going any faster? And then you sort of drop down and you can continue proceeding to hear the sounds of the bus, as the bus itself is just like, oh hey, I'm struggling kind of to stay together. Like that, right there. That's kind of the feeling you get when you can hear the rest of the bus just rattling and you're just like, it sounds like the bus is gonna fall apart and all of that stuff. Like, is this bus able to survive whatever's going on? And then you hear a few bits of tyre screeching, and I mean, you're still on the road, but it sounds like you're trying to go off-road with the bus. And then the bus proceeds to go faster and all that stuff. Am I in the correct gear right now? Am I in the right gear? And you just start to accelerate and it's just like, oh god. Oop. There goes me being a terrible driver. And I mean, like, yes, I'm well aware of the fact that they know how to stop and slow down and all that, and I'm well aware of the fact that they're trained for this kind of stuff and they know how to drive a bus and all that. But it just feels like you're going 10,000 miles an hour and at any second you could just ram into something at this 10,000 miles an hour that you feel you're driving at. and you go down something like a ramp. And then they come to a slowdown here, and it's... oh! And there goes me failing indefinitely. Oh, really? 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 Really now? Really? 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 You are going to move! Thank you! For some reason, this bus is easier to drive than on my previous ones, and it's kind of just like, oh hey, I can actually drive this. The only difficulty I have is, it's big. It's just like, I'm gonna drive down the road now at 10,000 miles an hour, even though it says about 40, about almost 50. It just feels like the bus is travelling at such a fast speed. And then half of the buses, I know I'm kind of over exaggerating, but the front of the bus will just like look like this. And you'll just think, oh, is this safe? And like bits of the bus, like the back bumper will be missing, or a wing mirror or two will be missing. Some parts it'll be covered in dents, I tell you though. And I mean, I know they probably never crashed the bus or something, and that it's just like stones or people kicking inside at bus and disrespecting it, but it just makes you feel unsafe while you're in the bus. Because not only do you feel like you're travelling at blooming light speed, and you can hear the bus rattling and shaking, and the bus looks like this, and the driver's seat, it looks like this, and you just like, you look into the driver's seat, you see the cash, you see the money thing down there, and it's just like, oh hey, I don't feel safe, because there's like a crack or two down here in the wind mirror. Not like it's like I'm being stupid, but I'm over exaggerating when I say the windscreens look like this, and the windows and all that, and the doors and all that. Some of them did, because I remember some buses can look like this in certain areas because people just disrespect the bus. Like some people can like kick the doors and punch the doors and shatter the glass when the bus driver's sorting things out. Happened on a school trip at some point. I remember some absolute moron decided on the way out of the bus he was going to kick the door. He didn't he didn't break anything or own, but he gave it a good kick with the side of his foot. And I just thought to myself, like, what an absolute moron. So he kicks the door, and because the bus driver is busy talking to one of the teachers, nobody notices. And it's just like, how do you not notice that crap happen? Seriously. But yeah, he kicked the door. I thought, well, he's an absolute moron. I'm amazed he got away with it. And for the windscreen story, I remember being on a school trip with teachers. We were going down to Park. This was a different school trip to the one where the moron kicked the door. But I remember we were going down on a school trip, and I just remember that some of the trees overhead, mind you, well, we were on a double-decker bus, and some of the trees were a bit hanging a little bit low. Oh, damn it. And what happened was, we were, I was in the top of the bus. We were somewhat close to the front, probably on the third row, and we were just there, you know, peering out at window, happily watching. And all these branches were just battering the top half of the window. And I remember seeing just this right thick branch, and I mean, it was a big branch. And we remember seeing it and we were just like, it's not going to do much. But the bus driver then accelerated, and we were just like, oh, hang on a second. This branch hits the windscreen, and I'm not exaggerating here, it looked like this windscreen right now. It just shattered the windscreen. It didn't, bring the glass inside of the bus or take the glass out, but it looked like this. It was just shattered, and we were just remember everybody in the bus was just like, oh, and I was just like, oh, well, crap. First of all, that's not going to go well on this bus driver's paycheck. I don't know. Sorry if I'm offending any bus drivers out there, like if it doesn't actually come out of their paycheck. I have no idea. I just expect it to come out of the paycheck at bus drivers, because the bus drivers don't actually own the bus. So, like with renting a car, if you damage the car, you have to pay for the damages. I sort of expect it to be the same with a bus. So if you damage the bus, or if the bus is damaged, any damage that wasn't your fault, you still have to pay for. I don't know. I actually don't know. Why'd the engine just decide it's going to stop accelerating? But yeah, I remember hitting that windscreen. I remember almost having a flippin' heart attack over that. It scared me. I mean, it proper scared me. What did I just hit? What just happened? Oh my god! Alright, let's just respawn that. But anyways, and the last bus story that I have for this episode is, I remember going down, and this is a short one, mind you. I remember we were in the bus, and we were just going down. It was, another trip, a school trip. And I remember we were driving down the highway, and I remember some dude in the car next to us. I don't know why he did it, but I think it had something to do with lads sat in front of us, because they stuck their middle finger up at this dude driving past. So what this dude does is he rolls down his window, and because he's a passenger, he's eating a banana, not that kind of banana, but like an actual fruit banana. He's eating a banana, and this dude, one of his kids just sticks his middle finger up at this dude driving next to him, and this dude just loses his mind. So he rolls down his window, and he throws this banana into the bus. I kid you or not, this absolute idiot, inside bus, sticks his middle finger up at this dude, and because his window's open, he sticks his middle finger up out at window at bus. This passenger in this dude's car next to us, this kid's just stuck his middle finger up at, he rolls down his window. He then proceeds to throw his banana into the window. This dude's got some god aim or something, or some god knowledge of physics, because oh my god, he landed this perfectly. And he throws it into the bus, and it slaps this idiot in the face. Proper, he gets a banana to face. Both ways. I don't care what your minds take you on this. Both ways, he gets a banana to the face. And, I mean, this absolute moron deserved it. I mean, come on, you stick your middle finger up at some random person driving next to you. I mean, kid you not, you deserved it. I mean, you proper did deserve it. Not gonna lie, you did deserve it. But yeah. I've reached the end of my timer. I don't... What? I'm sorry, there's something there that's kind of confused. Oh, frick! No! Well, that's it. I finished the stories. My time is up. That's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode of storytelling, I suppose. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.